Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Very recently, there appeared to be a controversial discussion connected with the scientific paper presented in the Indian Science Congress. In that Congress, it appears that somebody has presented about the ancient Indian aeroplanes or something connected with the ancient Indian scientific knowledge quoted from the mythological book, and 2 or 3 persons asked the questions, but the rapporteurs did not allow to proceed further. It created controversy, and that appeared in the newspapers and channel discussions, and created such a bad impression that in India many of the people, particularly the fingers, got pointed towards RSS and BJP and Hindutvavadis, saying that the mythological stories, mythological events and mythological books are getting interpreted as pure scientific and technological textbooks. This is the allegation came forward, and the person who presented that information in the Science Congress appears to be a scientist who has got no way connection with this particular subject also. What I recently happened to listen from a meritorious professor, I found that he was explaining the Ganesha with the elephant's head on a human body as an example of brain surgery or head surgery or surgery conducted in ancient India. He was also explaining the Mahavishnu's head with the horse head, Mahavishnu with the horse head as Hayagriva. He was also explaining about the test tube babies like Dronacharya or the 101 children of Gandhari created through test tube by Vedavyasa. And he also explained about the heart and the knowledge existed in India about the heart. And incidentally, he also quoted the Pushpaka Vimana mentioned in Ramayana. But what happens here is that there are no solid proof about all those things. Science and technology remain known and explained with solid proof. Merely claiming cannot be taken as the science or technology. I cannot just like that say that Vedas contain all these things, and I can quote the words and say Eka me, Tisrascha me, Panjacha me, Saptacha Manavacha me, Ekadashacha me, Trayodashacha me, Panjadashacha me. This number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, it's an arithmetic progression. That I can say, because even a common man can understand the name of the noun 1, 3, 5 and so. Like that I can also say Ekam ja dasham ja dasham ja shadam ja shadam ja sahasram ja sahasram ja ayudam ja prayudam ja niyudam ja. This is 10 raised to 0 to 10 raised to n. You can see this is geometrical progression. But don't go beyond that. If we go beyond that and start claiming something, then the real Indian knowledge will get camouflaged or shadowed, and even I am using a wrong word, get darkened. So the real scientific projection, scientific and technological heritage projection will derail if we start interpreting these. First of all, when we take Indian heritage studies in the 21st century, the first question one should remember that why we are studying Indian heritage. First, to create a sense of pride among the Indians that we are the inheritors of a great scientific and technological heritage. That is the first aim of learning Indian heritage. Second aim of learning Indian heritage is that to inform the world that we have discovered Gregory's theorem 200 years prior to Gregory. We have invented or discovered gravity of earth, akrishti shaktischa mahidaya yat khastam guruswa vimugam swashaktiya in 1148 in Siddhanta Shiromani, 500 years prior to Sir Isaac Newton. But Sir Isaac Newton has discovered many more things. But the concept of gravity got generated in India in Madheshwara Siddhanta and Bhaskara Acharya two's Siddhanta Shiromani. And instead of informing these things to the world that we are the people who discovered all these things and getting the due credit for us, we go on explaining about the mythological book, means it will create problem. So first of all, for creating a sense of pride among Indians, we have to learn Indian heritage. Second, to inform the world that we have invented so and so thing, the credit is due to us, and we should get that credit from world over intellectuals and scientists. The third part of it, why should we learn the heritage? Just like yoga, just like Ayurveda, just like our ancient Indian knowledge in mathematics, just like the ancient Indian knowledge on astronomical parameters, the theorems, the number systems, the musical instrument, and so on. Those knowledge can be easily utilized even today with addition, deletion, modification and correction. So the third part of our learning the ancient Indian heritage is to adopt the good knowledge from the ancient system with the modern knowledge, so that an integration of old and good will be taking place, which will be an ideal factor for our betterment in the 21st century. This knowledge, this information should be kept in the mind by the people who are with over patriotism, over nationalism, venture to claim all whatever stories are mentioned in Mahabharata, Ramayana or Vedas as science. It may be true or it may not be true, but as long as it has not been proved scientifically with the modern tools, why should we go there and uplift all those things when we have got tens of thousands of books? When I use the word tens of thousands of books, I am not using those words with over prestige or with over patriotism. You can see a group of scientists have compiled the manuscripts available from Kerala University Library, and also the manuscripts written by the Kerala mathematicians and astronomers, and compiled as a big book printed by Adayar Library, Chennai. There absolutely no mythological book has been quoted, no semi-mythological book has been quoted, only astronomical and mathematical books has been quoted, and its period of writing and the author and the content and the number of chapters and the content of each chapter has been mentioned in that one. So the real scientific books are there, for which we should, I repeat the word, we should remember that just like any other language, whether it is Malayalam, Telugu, German, French, English or Portuguese language or Chinese language or any language you take, you can see that world over every language has got mythological book. Every language has got semi-mythological book. Every language has got non-mythological book. So mythological book convey the message connected with mythology. Semi-mythological book conveys the messages partly on mythology, partly on the day-to-day good messages. And non-mythological books carry the messages on drama, on fiction, on travelogues. It contains scientific books. It may be having poems and poetries. In the non-mythological book, all type of biographies, autobiographies, anything can come, including science and technology. Chemistry books can come in non-mythological books, mathematical books can come, astronomical books can come, and geographical books can come, geological books can come. So we have to search, I underline the word, we have to search already researched non-mythological scientific and technological book available in India, printed by Indian National Science Academy, INSA, is printed through Indian Journal of the History of Science, printed by Lucknow University, printed by Vishweswarananda Vishwavidyalaya, Patiala, Punjab, and printed by Kerala University, and many other universities have printed solid scientific books, either as translation from the old heritage or directly in Sanskrit itself. So remember, instead of searching the pure, instead of presenting the pure scientific knowledge, instead of projecting the pure scientific and technological knowledge existed in India, why should the so-called patriots go and misinterpret the mythological book and create problem? If you are doing something, do that perfectly. Quote each and every word. And if Vimana is quoted, you quote in such a way that Desha Deshamdaram Yadda, Loka Lokamdaram Tada, Dvipa Dvipamdaram Jaiva, Yo Ambaregendu Marhati, Savimana iti Prokta, Veda Shastra Vidambaraihi. For moving from one country to another country, from one loka to another loka, from one island to another island, the vehicle used is known as Vimana. This is told by the Vimana Tandra. It's not a mythological book, but the explanations given in Vimana Tandra cannot be approved in the modern period. Still, it is an independent book. It is not a mythological book. But telling that Pushpaka Vimana was used by Sri Rama in Treta Yuga, that will create problem. And that too, the very knowledgeable expert only should present such type of knowledge. Instead of that, all the passengers start explaining Indian heritage in their own words. That will be creating the problem. I will be explaining in the coming days what should be mythological book informations, what should be the semi-mythological book, what should be the pure scientific book, how it should be explained for a layman. But my request to you, those who are not expert in Indian scientific heritage and technological heritage should not venture to create problem and misinterpret and tell the world that everything existed in India. Everything did not exist in India is a wrong statement. Everything existed in India is a wrong statement. Nothing existed in India. That is also a wrong way of explaining. Nothing existed, wrong statement. Everything existed, wrong statement. Very good information, knowledgeable information, useful even 21st century, are available in India. That is the correct thing that we should project. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.